Test, test, there we go. Howdy, folks. My name's Dave. I'm a Woodturner. Welcome to the channel. I started turning as therapy for PTSD. I found out I had a knack for it, fell in love with it, and then I started teaching it, fell in love with that. So I started this channel to become a better teacher, a better demonstrator, a better turner, because the secret sauce to all of this is practice. Putting all the pieces together. You can learn all the pieces, but you got to practice, put them all together. Work with whatever your body mechanics, however that works for you. Everybody turns a little bit different, you know. But yeah, so the secret sauce is practice. So I get a little extra time behind the lathe, and I get to practice demonstrating and teaching all that. So welcome to the channel. Let me type a little message here in the chat. See how that works.
Dave Wright.
There we are.
Welcome to Tish Tuesday and Woodturning with Dave.
Make sure that speech chat dude is working. I see that I am streaming. And I've got audio. Sweet. I am only missing one thing. I don't know. Well, maybe I need it now. Let's see. Where is that tool? Where is that tool? Ah, there it is. I may need to sharpen this phone. Yep, I think I better. My bad, I'll be back. I've got to dress up the edge on this guy. Let's see, let's get the right lock in there. So I had a couple people tell me I should not have a mounted camera on my head or whatever. If I'm gonna put a camera down, it needs to be fixed. And suggested that I do that instead of trying to wear like a mobile camera, so that we all could see what's happening here at the grinder, or anytime I want to turn that dude on and I'm wearing it, we get the view that I'm looking at. So I will go with that recommendation, and that was my original idea anyway, was to get a camera mounted, fixed camera. Looks like I am in the market for a new laptop. I did see like Best Buy's got some sales going on, and I don't need, well, I'm not sure what I need. I don't need a gaming laptop. That's a little bit too much for what I'm trying to do, I think. I don't know, maybe, no, I'm sure I don't need the graphics card and all that. I really need more. It'll probably be more software anyway, but I need an operating system that will be able to handle the latest and greatest, like OBS, and I guess speech chat's still backward compatible, obviously, but that won't last forever, and this Mac is only getting older, so I may just wind up biting a bullet, man. I really would rather spend the money on a new machine, new lathe, but I can work with what I got for a while longer, and I can improve the stream and the quality and all that. So I think that's the route I'm going to take. Let me check my. I think that looks good. Let's go. That looks pretty good. All right. So, just going to scout around a little bit and see. You know, we got Staples here. They always sell computers, and I don't know what their I don't know what their maintenance stuff is like. I know Best Buy has got a maintenance team there, although mixed reviews on that. Not necessarily from me. I mean, anyway, people I know who have used their services, not always the stellar. I guess my personal experience is, though, that I don't know, it's kind of hit or miss on some of the folks working there. But anyway, they also sell computers. Turns out. Let's see, is this number 4? Oh yeah, all right. So I'm like monkeying around with a piece of timber here and haven't gotten down to talking about it. All right, so tonight I do want to turn some smaller, like birdhouse type ornaments. So I'll be using some of this fur. I think that'll, as a natural wood, I think will make it look really, really nice. I don't recall how. I had this piece of red cedar. I don't recall why I had hollowed this out a little bit. I think I honestly can't remember how deep it is. I think it's only like maybe 3/8 of an inch, possibly 1/4 of an inch. But I figured, hey, this would look actually kind of cool as the lid, right, for a box. So I figure I'll turn that first. It's been a while since I've turned some cedar. It's got some quirks here and there. One thing is, it does like to heat check if you're putting too much pressure with your abrasive or whatever. The surface will heat check on you if you're not careful there. Let's tighten this guy back down into the handle. Let's see. I don't want to start this. And I want to do all of this. Running true, glasses down. Yep, all right. Figure out a shape. Might be apropos based on what we got here. I think I want to clear this out and double check my little, oh gee, I don't have it right here. Oh, that's because I lost it in the shavings. Does not, that's the only one, yeah? That's the only one yet. So it doesn't appear to be loose, but I want to check that anyway. So it has been mighty cold for a while. Let's see, I think these are the metrics, yes? No. These are the metrics. Oh gosh, I'm just taking a stab in the dark here. I honestly don't know if this is a metric Allen screw or not. Let's see, I think. Let's try this guy first. That's the one. Alright, so it's able to tighten it a little bit, so it's good that I checked it. It's been a little while. So let's set that inside again. Let's see. There. So it's a might nipply evening. I think what I read was it feels like 18 degrees outside. It is chilly. For sure. It is chilly. Okay, let's double check also this guy. Okay. So you can go here. Oh, put you back over here. Okay, so I've sharpened up my parting tool. Let's see what I need to do here. I need to hone that. I think tomorrow afternoon, maybe after the broadcast tonight, I'll put a new edge on my skew, because when I'm getting to that point, that honing is honing from having to contact way too much metal. Let's see. Got a burr on this dude somewhere or another. There we go. Got it. So for anybody interested, how I check the sharpness of my skew is I put it up against a thumbnail, and if it catches, that is the sharpness that I want, and I'll check both angles. I want to touch it and try to drag it off. It's caught, so that's as soon as it touched it, cut the surface. That is how I check the sharpness of my skews. Okay, let's take a look at. This was the guy. Pretty close. shop's gonna smell like cedar for a while. That would be a shame. Okay. Well, actually, I may need to wear my mask for this because this is cedar. Oh, finish on that. Off the tool on that. Oh, come on now. What in the world? Now you're not letting me swap cameras? What in the heck? I've got to actually do it here. It can't be right. Oh, I see what's going on. There we go. I guess you can't really tell. Oh, well, on the other hand, that is kind of dusty right there. So the finish right here, right off that tool is, I mean, it's, I don't have to do anything with it if I don't want to. Okay, so this is going to be the lid. How am I doing this? Let's see, I think I want to speed this up a tad, since that was at the slowest speed. And hopefully I won't have to cut a whole lot of this resin. I just want to make a bit of a bead here, I think. Let's see, let's move these guys out of the way. There we go. Doesn't look too bad. May have to go across this surface just because it looks like I picked up some air bubbles from the Oh no, I guess not. Well, I'm not sure. Let's see. I'm going to need to sand and polish this anyway. That's one of the guys I'm looking for. See, I sharpened those two, so let's grab one of these guys. Bear with me, folks. I'm trying to put my tool steels into these little holder straps so that they don't roll off. There we go. Okay. How am I doing as far as center to the low? It's just a wee bit high, so that one back there. Hello. Yep, that's a bunch of air bubbles. Okay. The main reason I don't like turn resin is that right there. All these strings. Okay, put that bead back in a second. Just want to see this surface here. It's a really light touch. I'm getting, that's really thin. Really thin shading, so it's a really light touch. Rolled Torchlight G. Well, thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. Thanks for putting a little bit in chat there. I'm assuming that actually helps my metrics. Don't know that that's the case, but I certainly hope so. Every little chat is supposed to help. Thanks for the heads up. I won't be visiting them. Okay. I wanted to keep, I think cedar, I wanted to keep it cedar clad. Yeah, this is not at the right. Oh, yeah, it's close enough. Okay. Again, it's a light touch. I'm just taking just a little bit off there. Let's see. Let's bring this guy around a little bit. There we go. Yeah, those are really fine shades. You can get there with resin, it's kind of cool. I think I better probably put my mask on as soon as I start turning more of the cedar. Okay, so that's dust, right? Hard to get that dust out of there. Let's see, where's mine? There they are. There we go. Yeah. Toothbrush. Okay, so that was all. I just need to clean this guy up. Alright, so well, almost got it. Not quite. Alright, now how are we doing right there? There we go. Hey. Oops. I dropped it. Let's see if I maybe will pick it up. Ooh, yeah. All right. Okay, wait. You're not doing me any favors. There we go. Okay, I think that'll work. Okay. And then that'll polish up really nice. So just kind of need to sand it, but I can do that. And I get to wet sand it, so I don't have to wear a mask for that part. So, next question is it going to have a finial? Or is that just going to be the top? Questions. Well, let's take a look at some of pen blanks I have. Maybe there's a wood choice in here that might make sense for a handle. Coca-Cola. I was thinking Purple Heart, and I think I've got a piece or two of purple. Oh, that's a nice piece of cherry, but that is red cedar. Got some purple on here and some red heart in here too. Oh man, that was gonna be a nice fountain pen at some point, so we'll just hold on to that feller. Now there's a nice piece of Coca-Cola. Or am I just going to make, you know what? I think I'm just going to make an onion ring. Or at least that's the idea for now. I don't think, let's see. Yeah, that's a piece of red heart. That might work pretty nicely. Actually, I think what will probably help more is if I get this guy polished up. So I'll do that. But I'm looking there, this piece of purple heart. That oddly enough looks red. Purple heart does that. Okay, so none of those. I could use, nope, don't use that. That's red heart. So, well, those are the same diameter. Okay, so I can put one back. I don't know. If I'm gonna make a finial, it'll be one of those two. I thought about purple heart, but it will eventually turn brown. And I don't know that the purple would go with that. Well, you know, it might. But I think I'll stick with the overall red theme. Okay. This back. Come on. Okay. Whoops. Got that caught. And it should be like that. So if I do a finial, it'll be something like this. Let's take care of this guy. And we'll put death towel under there. Let's see, I'm probably going to need a few of these. Definitely one right there. Tra-la-la. Okay. So get my mister, plenty of water, get this guy. That'll work. And once I get this polished up a little bit, and let me figure out my color matching a little bit better. Okay. So. Well, shoot, man, that looks like I get to start with 320. That's 220. Yeah, let's just go with 220 for now. Oh, yes, I need to slow this guy down. Okay, so when you're working with this stuff, I don't need that. You want to make sure that your slurry doesn't dry out, because it can mark up your piece. It is the resin is a plastic. Okay, let's see. Here. Yeah, I'm gonna need, well, this guy ought to work. There we go. Alright, so let's take a look here. I think I can hit 320 right now. Yeah. Right, so let's move this out of the way. That's toast now. And let's look for 320 should be right over here. And then my 400 should be right here. And then, I think I'm just going to go with that. Oh, I got a piece right there, in fact. So that's my 400. So just wet sanding this guy, and I don't have to worry about. I really don't need that either. Don't have to worry about dust. Well, I mean, I do have to worry a little bit about dust, and I don't want this slurry to become a dry dust. Because I really don't want that dust to scratch the surface. Then I'm spending time trying to polish it. And then I'm going to use my Novus plastic polish. After I do 400. I've done it actually even after 220, and it seems to turn out okay. Usually I will wet sand if I'm using it, especially if I'm using a clear resin, which I'm not here. I'll do it like where'd you go? Oh, right there. This is not a clear see-through epoxy. It's got some color to it, added to it. Okay, I'm going to hit that with 400. There's my 320. There's my 400. So actually, I can put these guys away, since it's not taking a whole lot of effort, which is nice. Working with sharp tools helps a tremendous amount. Each successive refinement to the surface has a nice foundation to start from the one before. So I have used sharp tools all the way through the process. This makes it go a little bit it saves time for one. I mean, you've got sharp tools and you don't have a lot of tool marks to clean up. Okay, sharp tools aren't just going to guarantee no tool marks, so you've got to practice and all that stuff. But having sharp tools is going to help you avoid a lot of tool marks. Now I can polish this guy with the Novus. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Let's see, 3, 4. Let's go back here. Go. Don't know I'm done with the water yet. That would be the plastic, dried plastic dust that's on me. And that's what I'm trying to avoid keeping. Don't want it on the surface while I'm sanding. I want to keep that slurry wet so that that doesn't build up on the surface. And it helps keep the abrasive clear, doesn't fog up so fast. Oh, might have put a little too much on there. Thankfully, I was standing off to the side. I think I'm going to hit, well, let's see, you know what? Actually, I want to clear out the residue from that class. There we go. Then we'll hit it again. Let's go with a clean side then. It's probably enough. I like this plastic polish. I haven't tried other ones, to my recollection anyway. I bought this set, and it comes with 3 bottles or 3 squirt bottles, applicators, whatever you want to call them, spray bottles. It's got, and they're all numbered 1, 2, 3. Number one is the cleaner, number 2 is the fine scratch remover, and number 3, which is what I'm using right now, is the heavy scratch remover. And I've really been pleased with the results I've gotten from this, and I don't have to use a ton of it to get those results. So I've had this, I say that, and I want to tell you that I've had this, there we go, this kit since 2017, probably 2016, but I've been in 2017. So, and I've done a few resin pieces. It doesn't take much of this stuff. This is not a promotional whatever, it's just, this is one of the tools that I use. But this has really served me really well, this stuff. Okay, I want to clean that off now. It's already starting to get a really nice polish to it. I don't know what the cleaning is. tried to get the MSDS on the cleaner, and wasn't able to get it, which was kind of strange. I'll have to look again, but I've always wondered if it's been just like water, and I'm not going to drink it to find out. But I have been using just regular water as my cleanup chemical, so to speak, since it is a solvent. And the water works very well cleaning that stuff up. So I've just always been curious if that's what is actually in that bottle of cleaning. Okay, now I'm going to hit it again. With the clean side. Oh yeah, it's got a really nice shine to it already. This stuff doesn't take very long. Well, again, though, it's how you are prepping your surfaces at each turn, at each station of the process. What kind of surface are you starting with? Oh man, that looks very nice. So I think I'm just going to leave that. I don't want to make a finial for it. I say that. Let's take it out of the chuck and see. I want to take it and stand it up and see. Clean off as much of this residue as possible. Okay, put that tool back. That goes in the trash can. I think I'm done there, but may not be. There's my number 4. Oh yeah, I like that. I'll have to. Let me try the cleaner. The cleaner might get some of that more picked up a little bit better. Come here, you. Oh, on the other hand, I also have. What I do with it? Da, da, da. There it is. Well, maybe that's not a good idea. Well, worst case is I've got to repolish. Yep, got to repolish. Well, that's a bummer. All right, so be it. Thought I could clear that up. But the abrasive on these red pads is not quite as fine as I thought. Well, I mean, it is fine. But I just polished the darn thing, so... Scratching the surface, even with a very fine abrasive, is going to change that. Okay. Now, how are we looking? But I might like this better. I mean, it almost looks like Cylon Ruby, I guess. Sort of. Alright, so I'm going to polish it up, but I only need to use the fine scratch remover again. And how I use it is I just keep going back and forth till I've got it all, pretty much just mopped up. It does get stuck in the grooves and stuff like that. Got to clean that out, but I try not to leave any heavy residue there. And just keep working it until, I don't know, it's all broken down or, mopped up, broken down. And a little bit goes a long way, man. Don't need a lot. There we go. Yeah, I think the shine is better. So we'll go with that. Yeah, I like that shine better. Okay. Better than a matte. So no finial, so these can get put away. And we'll work on an onion ring here in a second. Let's put these away inside. We don't want these to freeze. Oh, speaking of freezing, I better grab that water bottle. We don't want this to freeze. Wait, come on. Okay, that up. This as well. Done working with that resin. And I have these strings everywhere. Okay. Whoops. I blew that right off the computer. Life in Pain is join the channel, roll the torchlight, has joined the channel, of course, the torchlight G mentioned the cheap viewers. There we go. Lovely December 9th. Okay. So I like the shine, the polish, the shine on that. So I want to continue working. Oh, I'll clean that out. Some of that plastic polish got in there. So let's grab this guy. It's a little wet. That residue out of there. It'll be a different color once the finish is put on. Come on. Come on. There we go. Oops. Check all the way around. That's good. Okay. All right. So put that away. And that back there. I better grab my mask. Working the cedar now. I like the smell of the red cedar. It's very nice. But I don't want to breathe the dust in. That is not so nice. Okay. What happened here? Oh, yes. Turn that a little bit, and I think since this will be my lid, I'm going to put a couple beads on it. A little low. There we go. And then what? I think the 2 will be fine. Really nice finish off the tool. The 2 will be fine. So will that be the entire lid, or do I want to make one more bead and make that whole thing a lid? I think I probably should go with one more bead.
And 841 total. So, Merry Christmas.
Hey man, how you doing, man? A little early yet, I guess, but hey, Merry Christmas. Alright, so that will be the lid for the box. This guy. Since I did sharpen it and everything, I have just introduced myself a problem. But I think I can resolve it. Okay. So that means then we're gonna need, well, for one, this to move over. Okay, that's about right. So now the rest of it. So if I bring that back out, I'm gonna put makes a lot of dust. Okay. So I'm going to take this guy. So I'm using, like every other time, really, a light touch. I don't want to put a lot of friction on this because I know that applying too much heat to the surface will cause it to check and crack. So I'll help myself out by using sharp tools and practiced form. All to work the surface, continually refining the surface to get to that, whatever that texture or smoothness or whatever it is you're trying to get to. I put that there. Aha, there you are. All right. So now I can part it off. I got to be careful. So there, I'm looking at the surface, and I see I haven't added any heat checks. So that is a big bonus. Let's see. Now, do I want to add? I think I want to put my finish on it before I go any further. Get all the dust off of it. There we go. Don't believe I need a toothbrush. Well, I'll tell you this. Static. Keeping the dust on the surface of that thing. All right. All right, for this, I don't need the mask. Oh man, this is gonna look really nice. Can't remember if I've used my finish on cedar before. Red cedar. Okay, that should be enough. Hopefully that got rid of most of that dust. I might possibly get some heat checks when I do the buffing portion of this. I hope not. Oh yeah, that looks really nice. Definitely brings the color out.
About is said, howdy low. About is said, howdy all.
Hey, how's it going, man?
About is said, your balls on Instagram looked great.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate that. Osage orange is a pretty wood, man. I've not had the chance to really turn that before, at least not big pieces. Okay, there we go. So minus the dust when we get to that point, that'll be the lid. Now to work on an onion ring. Okay, first things first. Let's see, I don't need this guy. Okay. Let's see, let's get the sidewall guy out. I'm starting to have too many tools up here. Put that one away. This can go down here. This can go down here. This can definitely go down here. Okay. Let's see, let's make sure that that is 90 degrees. Almost, not quite. There we go. Nice and straight. Now, what shall we use for material? Is there any air in there? Nope. I think I might have a piece of white cedar. Let's see. Have one over here. What's this guy? Hope this is white cedar. Seated there. What are my options? Nope. Although that would work. Okay, so that's a maybe. No cedar there. And that's a piece of cherry. This, shoot. That's why I don't like box elder. Does this a lot. Okay, another choice. Oh, I guess I can shut that off. I don't need that running the whole time. So clickety click. Let's see, yep, there's no sound about it. Yeah, I don't want to use reds here. Let's see. I got a larger chunk of red cedar basically cut into a rectangle, but I don't want to cut that up just for a onion ring. What have I got here? Well, that would work. It would work really well. And so would that piece of walnut. Let's see. There it is. So this end is big enough so I can use that. This was a jam shuck of some type. But anyway, that color, since it's also cedar. Oh, and they're both fairly fine grain. So that should match really nicely in there. So I can put these guys away. Was pretty sure I had some cedar. White cedar. So basically, just need somewhere in there. There, he definitely smells like common cedar. Now we size this guy. Question, this should be the same diameter? Yes. Okay, that'll work well. Oh, it's almost a perfect fit. go. Alright, so this could actually go in a little bit deeper, which is okay. So this will be a really good size for my running ring. See? So ready to fit that together once I have this depth figured out. Let's see, actually that can go right there. Oh, don't tighten it all the way down there, Dave. Okay. So, I'm going to grab the glue really quick. And I'm just going to use Tight Bond. Wood glue. Try to stay away from CA glues and epoxies. I mean, epoxy has at least some flexibility. CA glue really doesn't have any. So if you break the bond, if you treat it rough or whatever, you treat it wrong, it can snap. And I am not sure, but I'm going to take this out here. It weakens over time, I think. CA glue with the wood. I don't know about other things, but probably it becomes more brittle with everything. Does last a long time, no doubt. I just try to stay away from using CA glues for stuff like this because they don't have any flexibility to move with the wood. Okay, so my grain pattern is running that way. That one. That one. I think I put that one over there. Okay, that should have me seated. Put this inside so it doesn't freeze. Not that it would freeze right next to me, but I don't need it, so might as well get out of the way. Closed up. So I really like using onion rings. Oh, this is what they can't remember who it was. Mark Gardner, maybe? No, not Mark Gardner. Who was it? Because I didn't know what to call them. I came up with this idea on my own, right? But of course, I'm merely another inventor of the same thing. Other people call them different names, but I just started calling them onion rings because basically it's just a ring. See, these guys can get cut away. And I really, this is the method that I use the most when I have a small piece of wood that I don't want to I want to keep as much of the piece of wood as possible. Instead of like creating a tenon on the piece of wood, I'll use this. And essentially it's the same thing, it's just a different piece of wood, and you don't have to sacrifice any of the wood that you want to keep, i.e. a tenon or whatever. And so essentially what I've lost, if that's the right word, is only that thin kerf I needed for the parting tool. And I can adjust the height of this to whatever I need here. So let's continue hauling this guy out. Anyway, it's my favorite way to be able to, preserve as much of the wood as possible if I've just got a small piece. I don't want to make a box out of it or something like that, like this. a little bit high. Looks like it's really close. So, I'm close. Is that tool over here? That's not it. I bet you that's it. So the grain with this cedar is lined up with the red cedar so that as it moves, in theory, it'll all move together. Plus, I think it looks nicer when, that grain is lined up. So I have this shoulder here slightly undercut. So when this sits, it's going to sit flat right on that outer rim.
Shmuel said, "Got here late, but looking good."
Hey, how's it going, man? Hey, Mav, according to the chat here, you're on a 5-stream streak, buddy. Or ma'am, I'm sorry, I guess I don't know what your gender is. I'm making assumptions. But thank you for following along. I appreciate it. Okay. So, that's a good depth. That is a good depth. Nice. Okay, so a little bit more. That. Okay, nice even wall thickness. I had no idea the red cedar would scrape so nicely. Never used a scraper on it before. Where's my flashlight? Oops. Well, turn it on and drop it, Dave. Yeah, that scrapes really nicely. Wow. No idea. It's the first time I've ever done it. All right, that's not quite right. Let's raise this up a bit. I'm assuming you've got a doctor's note, TC Schmo. Make sure you turn it into my office before you walk away. Man, yeah, that scrape's really nice. That's really cool. Nice and strong. Yep, that is very nice. Okay. So I think I want the tenon to be no taller than this first bead, and it is no taller than that right now. I'm looking over. Chamfer the edges a little bit. Yeah, okay, cool. Now, let's hold on to that. What do I want to do here? I want to finish off the bottom. It'll be the other chuck though, that's okay. I don't want to put this ring in an expansion hole or contraction hole because I don't want to crush it to pull it out of that channel I made there, rabbit. So having said that, I'm going to switch gears and go to this guy. Okay, let's grab this dude. Oh, today, no, too big of a cut. I'm doing just fine. Doing just fine. Got a little cocky. There we go. Okay, now I need to work on this. Okay. I did put that away, didn't I? Okay. A bit too low. Not the right size yet, but hey. Okay. Who gets to sneak up on me? Getting closer by the minute. Almost, man, getting there. There it is. All right. Might be just a skosh. Skosh tight. Let's see what that did. There we go. That'll do. Okay. That's not right. That's right. Hey, now, actually, let's bring up tailstock. So know that this mark here, I don't know that you can see that on the camera, but that mark is my bottom on the inside. Let's see, if I get rid of, that's too tall, isn't it? Why, yes, it's just a bit too tall, Dave. There we go. So that line right there is my inside bottom. Captain OB. Hey, man! How's it going? Dave, subscribe for... Oh, no shit!
Said, you've got some crazy echo going on.
Really? Okay. Let me double check. That's okay. USB audio. That's turned off. I don't know. I was having troubles last week that I was getting a lot of choppy, echoey stuff from speech chat and couldn't understand a word. It made noise, so that let me know people.
Sounds like you are plugged into a reverb unit. Captain Navon said, camera mic on?
I don't have any microphone, as far as I know, on the cameras. Hold on. Well, I don't have software there either. Properties. Hold on. No, that's not it. Wait. No. It could, okay, my computer is freaking out right now. There we go. I wonder, hopefully did that do anything? I think that might. I didn't understand.
Captain Navon said,
no. Shit. Headphones. Yes, that is correct.
Captain Navon said, gotta love tech problems. Right. Captain Navon said, lol.
Right. Input. Input volume, input level. But what am I using? USB live camera audio. Alright, let's try this. Why was that on? Okay. Did that take care of it?
Captain Avon said, "Are you using OBS?"
Yep.
Captain Avon said, "No."
No, it didn't fix it. Yes, I'm using OBS. Okay, so we don't want that one. Audio says USB audio. No tunes. That microphone is not working. Second camera. Audio is USB audio. Huh. I do not know. I don't have anything else turned on. Let's see, docs. Sources. Well, isn't this just lovely? Let's see. Output. Audio.
Captain Avon said, "Probably Windows, not ops."
Well, it's not Windows because I don't have a Windows machine. Global audio, no, that's not what I want. Output. This could be.
Captain Avon
No.
said, "Oh, sorry."
Yeah, no, I don't have Windows machine yet. Well, I think there's only one other thing that I can do, and that is restart the stream. Because it's probably some weird, oh, hold on a second. Sound output. Yes. Use audio port. Yes. Okay, that was system preferences. Okay, well, let's see. I think if that doesn't fix it, then, well, let me see something here. Can you hear me now? Anybody out there, can you hear me now? Let's see. No, if I do that, that's gonna flip out everything. Alright, turning the mic off. Test, test, test.
Captain Avon said,
Does that work? Let's see. Test, test. Still really echoey. Whoop, hold on. Whoa, stop. Stop. Okay. Okay, so I'm getting. Yes. Okay. Let's try that. Nope, still really echoey. Man, I've got all of the microphones. Get rid of this. Get rid of this. Get rid of this. Oh, come on, go away. I want this to go away. All right, let's see. Test, test. Okay, test, test. Okay, test, test. That's it. Okay, test, test. Okay, so
Captain One said, good.
I'm on my laptop microphone. All I did was switch over to the laptop microphone. So maybe it's something to do with this microphone that I've been
Captain
wearing on my lapel.
said, but we hear the stream with delay.
Well, yeah. So I'm using the laptop input now for
Captain
audio.
said, good now.
Using the laptop input for audio, so it might be a little harder to hear me. For some reason, the other lapel mic is echoing all over the place, and I don't know why. My only fix, I think, would be to restart OBS. but I don't know if I would lose the stream. So thankfully, my lathe is really quiet. Did you notice my lathe is quiet? So, Mike, it's Saturday, right? Is when you're doing the ornament? That's my bottom. So we'll make this my real bottom, I suppose.
Captain One said, yeah, this Saturday, 6 p.m. ET.
Groovy. Did you stream today? I was tied up. I did not get to. I actually almost caught way cool wood like 15 minutes before I got on, but then I had
Captain One said, no.
computer issues. So did not stream today. Okay. So let's see. Let's make. There we go. That's a nice thickness to the bottom. It's about the thickness of that bead. I accept. Thank you very much. Easy there, cowboy.
Captain One said, gotta run for now. Have fun.
Hey, thanks for stopping by, man. There we go. So that is essentially it. Just need to sand that down, sand that up. And I'm actually going to do that in that other chuck. What the heck? Come on. Well, this one project has definitely taken me longer than I thought it would. But that's okay. Very nice fit. Inside. Very nice done. Actually, I need to finish this guy. Well, that could be a... Nah, I need to finish this guy. Dang it, I forgot. So, then I had a little bit more time. Okay, let's get all of that moved out of the way. So I'm just putting enough pressure on it. The chuck has got a good hold. I don't want to put too much pressure because it's cedar. It will deform. It's already got some slight marks in it, but so that was actually a pretty deep bore. That was about 3/8 of an inch. That. That's okay. Good to remember, and it works out just fine. There's the other guy. There you are. Ta-ta-ta. Be really careful with this too. Ooh, dog, man. Okay. Ah, no, 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 no. None of that. None of that. No, no, no. Crack somewhere. So maybe I can do this, because I don't need to have a really boofer hold on it. Just enough that I can sand. That should be enough right there, I think. Chuck was going to spin off if I didn't have my hand there. Let it come off. Okay. That's that. I want to redo the finish down on this part. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so engraver. It needs the engraver up on a few moments. That light for a minute. Now I will bring that light back into play. Maybe. Oh, that's right. It's this thing. So I had two issues with this light. One of them being the switch was substandard, so it quit working. So I removed the switch from the circuit. And now plugging it in is what turns it on and off. And also have to plug it in just the right way, apparently. Okay, that's done. I need a towel. We don't need even that much. Okay. Whoopsie daisy. Way too much. Oops. Got it? Okay. Wow, that looks really pretty. Really, really dark red. Love it. All that cleaned off. Get this lined up. Let's see. There. Oh, I guess I need to clean that off. There we have it. Just get dust off there. So very cool, man. So just gonna put a little finish on the inside. Probably some, well, it'll be, there's no probably it's gonna be Mahoney's walnut oil on the inside. Although, I don't know, maybe not. It is a really smooth surface. And I can always assume that people would like to smell the cedar. Very cool. Now it's got a, I like the shape. It's a nice shape. Very cool. Put this inside. Hey, maybe I could take my mask off. Okay, let's try that. No. That. Thank you. Yeah, that cedar created a lot of dust. Forgotten how much it makes.
Values say time for the air shower.
Yeah, it does smell really nice in here, though. It smells like aromatic cedar. It is nice. Okay, that's off. Let's get this off. So I'm not going to start another project. We'll start working on the little birdhouse ornaments I wanted to make tomorrow evening.
Say, put the smell in a jar and send it up to me.
Actually, I can send you a bunch of the shavings if you want. A lot of these, minus that, a lot of these red cedar shavings I'd be happy to send to you. They smell good. They smell nice. So yeah, I'll start that the little birdhouse ornaments tomorrow evening. Get all that cleaned off. And I'll try to figure out what the heck that. It has to be that microphone. That's the only other thing that's not. So I don't know if it has to be, if it's a microphone or this little receiver that's up here on my USB port. But that microphone was what was echoey and shit, so because I'm not getting the echo clearly with the laptop microphone. So, try to figure that one out for tomorrow evening. Anyway, for those of you who made it late and don't know me, hi, my name's Dave. I'm a woodturner. Thanks for finding this channel. I hope you just didn't just stumble into it.
Maybe the microphone USB received to Windows malfunctioned. A reboot might fix it.
That's what I was thinking. I'd have to restart at least OBS. I may have to restart my Mac. I don't have a Windows machine, but I may have to restart the Mac. I got some of that plastic polish on this camera. So, anyway, we'll be back tomorrow evening, 8 to 11 Central, Eastern, 8 to 11 Eastern time. Hello. It'll be another chilly day, but I think I'll be doing all right with this nice heater. See how things turn out tomorrow. But yeah, I'll be playing around with some of this lovely fur, making some little birdhouse ornaments. I really like the grain and what's going on with this piece of fur. So I think it'll make some really nice, unique little ornaments. It'll be fun. So, hope you all stay friendly. I hope you enjoyed the rest of your evening. Thanks for joining me this evening. I hope to see you tomorrow night. If you can't make it tomorrow night, there's always next week, Tuesday and Wednesday, 8 to 11 Eastern Standard Time right here on Twitch. Thanks again for the support, folks, for hanging out with me and chatting. I always appreciate that. I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening. Good night.